Again, I'm Michael Schuett with Total Broadcasting Service. My background in radio had me doing news reporting, sports reporting, copywriting, and ultimately sales. Guess which area I made the most money in? Yeah, you don't make a lot of money in radio when you're on the microphone. That's for sure. And so when I got into the sales end of the business, I found that to be financially more satisfying, and so did my wife, as a matter of fact. After a while, we started Total Broadcasting Service because I wanted to get back to the microphone. So we produce radio commercials, we place radio commercials, and after 4 or 5 years, we started doing video simply because we wanted to have a venue for our voice work and for our script writing. And at the time we started adding video to the services provided by Total Broadcasting Service, radio made up about 95% of our revenue. At this point in time, video has completely taken over and now makes up about 70% of our company's revenue. And that's quite simply because video is a means by which each and every one of us who operates as business people need to use in today's day and age. Now, I did present this, put my presentation together with the idea of it being visual, but unfortunately there is no projector today, so I'm going to be winging it. You adapt and adopt as you go along, right? The subject of what I wanted to be talking to you about is being memorable. Being memorable when you're doing your marketing. And your marketing could be in any means, any medium possible. But I'm going to talk about the areas that I know, which are video, radio, social media, and the internet. Okay? One of the things that I'm going to do for you today is sing. I don't sing very well. I don't sing very well or very often. So you're going to have to help me. And you're going to finish what I start. Okay? You're going to finish what I start. So I'm going to start singing a song right now, and you finish the line that comes when I stop. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep them coming. Very good, very good, very good. Like to buy the world a Coke. Okay. I'm going to do another little singing gig right now. Here's another one. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame bun. Excellent. Well done. You're doing well so far. God, you guys are old. God. Yeah, you guys are old.
I'll take anything but the truth out of you.
Now, this one's a little bit more difficult, so you will be challenged, and you gold points if you get this one. What walks downstairs alone or in pairs and makes a... I knew you'd have a tough time with this one. You can see it on the screen here. Slinky. What walks downstairs alone or in pairs and makes a slinkety sound. A slinky. So fun, it's a wonderful toy, right? Okay, you with me on that one? All right. All right, now, now I'm not going to do any singing on this one, but take a look at the face in this image. Does that ring a bell? How many of you remember this face? And it's not nice to fool Mother Nature. So the question is, what's the product?
Butter. I don't know.
You're close. Anybody remember what the product was? It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
Margarine?
Chiffon margarine. Chiffon margarine, which I don't know if is in stores anymore. I stopped buying margarine when I got on Advocare, as a matter of fact. But no, what my point is in bringing all of this to your attention is those 4 advertising campaigns that I just shared with you and that you all remember and can remember the words is 40 years old. Not one of those campaigns has seen the light of day since Ronald Reagan became president. That's being memorable. And that should be your goal as you go forward. Let's try something a little bit more recent. Stop freaking. Memorable, right? Okay. And going forward, what I try to emphasize for people is to be successful today in business, you have to be memorable. You have to differentiate yourself from the competition. Bill, a realtor, right? There are 30,000 realtors between Tacoma and Everett. You know that, right? Ish. Ish. I got a shake, no shake. Okay, I got different statistics. 25 to 30,000 ish. I'm sure she does. I would not put my knowledge of realty up against either of you two. But what I'm trying to say is quite simple, is that there's competition out there, and you have to make yourself memorable to differentiate yourself, to hold yourself above the crowd. What works best? Radio? Yeah, radio works sometimes, but it has to be done right. You have to do it right, okay? And you cannot do it cheaply. You cannot do radio cheaply because you'll just be burning your money, okay? You have to go into it with a plan. Does TV work? Yes, absolutely, absolutely, positively. Yes, yes, yes. TV is still the most effective means of advertising. That's why it costs so much, okay? Which also prices so many of us out of using it as a venue for marketing. Do newspapers work? No, not anymore. I love newspapers. I am a devout reader of newspapers, read one every day on my tablet. Okay? I don't buy a paper anymore. I just read it on my tablet. Yellow Pages. No. I can't remember the last time I picked up a Yellow Pages to look up a phone number and address. I don't know. It's been years. I literally don't know. What works best? Now, again, for visual purposes, what's the largest logo on this screen right now? Google. Google. Folks, if you're not dancing to Google's music, you are simply not dancing. Google is the most popular website in the world. It's also obviously the most popular search engine in the world. If you are not dancing to Google's music, you are simply not dancing. So you have to dance to Google's music. I'll get into that a little bit more. Yelp. I hate Yelp. I really do. I hate Yelp. They're dishonest. They are dishonest people. But you have to play their game too. You don't have to give them your money. You do not have to give Yelp their money. But you can get reviews on Yelp. How do you get reviews? You ask. You got to get a customer. You did good service for them. You say, hey, I'm on Yelp. Will you do a review for me? That's not giving Yelp any money. You don't have to give them any money. Okay? Now, I have customers that hate Yelp just the way I do. I have customers that love Yelp. Okay? I don't mind if you love Yelp. I'm just telling you they're dishonest, and I'm telling you they are dishonest. Okay? So how you deal with that is entirely up to you. But I'm saying you can benefit from them without giving them your money. Ask for reviews. Ask your customers for reviews. And put the Yelp logo up in your lobby or on the back of your business cards and make sure you say to people, give me a review. Twitter. I love Twitter. I love, 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 love Twitter. And where I turn for breaking news. When Robin Williams died, first place I turned to was Twitter. When the president announced some bombing in Iraq, you know, I didn't know the extent of it, and I've since learned that it doesn't amount to a whole lot. I turned to Twitter to find out the news about that. Twitter increasingly is the source for going to news and information. Pinterest. We'll talk about Pinterest in a little bit, but you all have to know what Pinterest is. Blogger, that's just one of many sites in which you can have a blog. And our blog's a good idea. Blogs are a great idea. But you got to put in the time. To make a blog work, you got to put in probably minimum of one, probably 2 to 3 blogs a week to make it really effective and to keep your viewers. But it works very, very effectively in making you memorable. Okay? WordPress is another website creation and blog site. Newsletters, if you don't have one, it's a very good idea to get one. Instagram is a growing form of social media that people, you know, love. I don't have the symbol of YouTube on there. I should. I absolutely should. But I'll talk about YouTube in a minute. By the way, who owns YouTube? Google. Okay, are you getting a theme here? Right? All right, now, if you could see this, what you would see is two search engine results that I just did yesterday. The heading reads, "Word of mouth needs a hand." If you are one of those, or if you know business people who tell you, word of mouth advertising, that's the best advertising. That's all I do. Okay, guess what? Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. Word of mouth advertising is the best advertising. But the guy who's spending $10,000 a month on radio and TV also believes word of mouth advertising is good advertising, and he's spending $10,000 a month on radio and TV. Guess who's got the upper hand here, right? Everyone wants to do a good job for your customer. Everyone wants to make sure that you get referrals. Everyone wants to make sure that your customers come back to you. But when you've done a good job for somebody and they want to tell their uncle, their aunt, their bookkeeper, their coworker, their mom or dad about your great service or product, what's the recipient of that referral going to do? What's the first thing they're going to do if they decide they want to possibly use you? Anybody?
Check it out.
They're going to Google you. They're going to Google you. They're going to pull out their smartphone and go, Mom says I should check out the Hanger Inn. Let's see the Hanger Inn. Okay, Hanger Inn happens to be doing really well. I did a Google search for the Hanger Inn, typed in the Hanger Inn. The Hanger Inn is whoever's managing their social media and their internet stuff has done a great job. They are all over the place. It's great to, not to pick on Bill, but to be a realtor locally, and if you type in Realtor Puyallup and have Bill's name come up, then